In this warm-up, I'm reviewing with students how to graph one line on the graph, because for this lesson that I'm introducing, we're solving a system of equations by graphing two lines on the graph, and for some reason students get really confused when you're graphing two lines on the graph simultaneously, even though it's the same method that they graphed the first line with. And so we talk about slope-intercept form first. The y-intercept, you plot b on the y-axis, so it's going to be 5. And then you count your slope down from that point, which would be down 3 over 1 to the right, because it's positive. And you only apply the negative to either the numerator or the denominator, and we already applied it to the numerator. And draw your line. And then the second graph, we're graphing in x and y-intercept method. And so if we graph the x-intercept, we use the concept that on the x-axis, y is always 0. So if we plug 0 in or substitute 0 in for y, then we can find out what the x-coordinate will be, and then we'll know our point. So 0 in for y, and then you would have 3x equals 6. So x is going to equal 2. 3 times 2 would be 6. So x is 2, so the point 2, 0, when x is 2, y is 0, is the x-intercept. And then you're going to plot your y-intercept. And so your y-intercept is going to be where your x is 0, because x is always 0 on the y-axis. So if you had 3 times 0 minus 2y equals 6, now you just have negative 2y equals 6, and so y would be negative 3. And so when x is 0, y is negative 3, so your y-intercept is going to be at 0, negative 3. Plot that point, and that allows you 2 points to go ahead and draw the line. And then we talk about not only on the second one could you use x and y-intercept method, but one strategy that's going to be, our skill that's going to be important for students to have, is to be able to change from slope-intercept form to into slope-intercept form from standard form. So 3x minus 2y equals 6. And so if they take the x term across the equal sign, it becomes negative 3x, because inverse you subtract 3x on both sides, so negative 2y equals a negative 3x. And then you already had a positive 6 over there because it just moved over. It hasn't crossed the equal sign. Divide all terms by negative 2. And then you just simplify each of those fractions or ratios. So y equals negative 3 divided by negative 2 is going to be a positive 3/2. X, and then 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3. Again, the y-intercept is negative 3, and then up 3 and 2 to the right gives you the exact same 2 points that you already have. It's the same line. So either method works the same way. And then the t-table is the last thing that I demonstrate that students are pretty familiar with in the last part, where you just plug in random x values. We can plug in 0, 1, and 2, or whatever x values we choose for the independent variable, and then get our y values and plot those points and draw the line.